Bo Nickal's first pro loss, and Darren Till's cold response. Bo Nickal's undefeated record just got erased in brutal fashion. The golden boy of wrestling took on Reinier de Ridder, and it wasn't even close. A second-round TKO shattered not only Bo's momentum, but the hype that's been building for years. His reaction? Calm. Almost too calm. Grateful for the highs and lows, he wrote on Instagram, alongside a photo of his battered face. But the MMA world wasn't nearly as gentle. Darren Till, who's had beef with Bo dating back to 2022, didn't miss his moment. He tweeted, "Unlucky for the weekend, Bo. I fully believe you can still be champion." Then came the twist. Now maybe you understand what it's like at the top. This isn't wrestling. This is elite MMA. That's not a compliment. That's a verbal chokehold. And with Till claiming Bo once looked down on others, this rivalry feels far from over. RDR demands Sean Strickland. While Bo was still picking up the pieces, Reinier de Ridder had one name on his mind, Sean Strickland. That's right, the awkward jiu-jitsu wizard wants to test himself against one of MMA's most unpredictable brawlers. This was the best American wrestler. Let's do the best American striker, RDR said. But he didn't stop there. Is he still top 5? Number 3? Number 4? He asked, casually ranking his future victim. With respect in his voice but murder in his tone, RDR made it clear, "I'd really like that fight. Montreal, next week." And now everyone's wondering, would Sean even survive the ground game? Umar Nurmagomedov's injury lingers. Meanwhile, things aren't looking great for Umar Nurmagomedov. Footage released by Khabib shows Umar training, but his left hand, still unusable. After breaking it in the war against Merab Dvalishvili, Umar underwent surgery that left him with a screw through his index finger. A photo of it made fans wince. The question now isn't whether he'll return, it's how long it'll take and whether he'll be the same. The undefeated aura? It's starting to crack. Cory Sandhagen and Petr Yan reignite their feud. Cory Sandhagen's dominant win over Davison. Figueiredo sparked a different kind of rematch, one that lives online. Petr Yan, who beat Cory back in 2021, posted a reminder. "You were good yesterday, but don't forget this fight." A clip of their face-off. Cory's response? Blistering. "You lost to both of them already. I took that fight on short notice in front of your crowd. You know I'm next." Yan didn't back down either. "Let's find out who deserves it more in July. Same place. No more excuses, son." This isn't trash talk, it's a war declaration. See Figueiredo's injury plus MRI concerns. Davison. Figueiredo's loss to Sandhagen wasn't just another L. It might have cost him months, maybe more. The fight was stopped in round 2 after he injured his knee. He posted on Instagram, "The result isn't always what we want, but we'll come back stronger." His manager revealed he's flying home to Brazil for an MRI, and fans are holding their breath. Will the former champ ever make another title run? Or was this the last chapter of Figgy time? JDM versus Belal Muhammad. Cold trash talk plus GSP shadows. The UFC 315 main event isn't just a title fight, it's a clash of ideologies. Jack Della Maddalena sees Belal as beatable everywhere, on the feet, on the ground, in the clinch. "He's not damaging, he just flicks shots and tries to wrestle," Jack said. Belal? He's channeling GSP. Fighting in Montreal, he plans to dominate in front of the legend's hometown crowd. "Before I was in the UFC, I drove to Montreal hoping to train with GSP," Belal revealed. Now he's defending the same belt. He's hunting greatness. And JDM's confident disrespect might be the mistake that costs him. Cory Sandhagen's advice to O'Malley. Cory Sandhagen isn't done talking. He's now offering unsolicited advice to Sean O'Malley ahead of his rematch with Merab. And what he said might surprise you. "Don't move around too much," Cory said bluntly. "Just set your feet and hit that fool." According to Sandhagen, Merab's gas tank is too wild to be chased in circles. You've got to stand your ground, trust your timing, and crack him when he gets close. It's raw advice. And eerily on brand for a guy who's been in that storm before. Joe Rogan refuses UFC 315. For Canada fans tuning in to UFC 315 noticed a big absence, Joe Rogan. But this wasn't a scheduling conflict. Joe straight up refuses to go to Canada. "I don't go to Canada anymore, I'd rather go to Russia," he said on his podcast. The event's in Montreal. That explains it. In his place? Dominic Cruz, Daniel Cormier, and John Anik, a solid team, but Rogan's absence adds an edge to the event. And maybe a little political spice too. Daniel Cormier's retirement regret. Speaking of DC, he opened up this week about his retirement, and it wasn't pretty. "I didn't need to fight Stipe those last 2 times, he admitted. "I just wasn't ready to let go. The money got too good." With AKA shut down during the pandemic, DC trained in his garage and still stepped in to fight. "You know when it's time," he said. "When you stop loving the competition, you're done." This wasn't just a confession. It was a warning to every fighter chasing one more paycheck. Tom Aspinall's freestyle training. Tom Aspinall is sharpening his sword. But there's no war yet. The interim heavyweight champ isn't in camp, isn't booked, and that's the point. "I'm just sparring to get better," he said, "not for a specific opponent." Instead of game planning, he's experimenting, trying new techniques, feeling things out. And it begs the question, if this is what he looks like off camp, what happens when the John Jones fight finally materializes? Azamat Bekov's $50,000 surprise. After his first-round TKO win over Ryan Loder, Azamat Murzakanov got a call, not from family, but from the UFC. Hunter Campbell and Mick Maynard were on the line. $50,000, brother, they said. Azamat was stunned. "Thank you, boss. I'm really happy," he responded, barely holding it together. It was a real moment. No act, no flex, just raw gratitude from a man whose life just changed with one punch and one phone call. Khamzat Chimaev sends a message. And finally, Khamzat Chimaev's not waiting on contracts. Dricus Du Plessis' team says they're prepping for a ground war, that it's a done deal, just waiting on UFC confirmation. Khamzat heard that and laughed. "Let them prep for war," he said. "I'm prepping for murder." That's not hype. That's a warning. And if the UFC locks this one in, it might be the most savage middleweight matchup in years.